You're listening to A Blossom at Midnight, The Scented Court, Book 1, by A.L. Knorr, read for you by Manon and Kahle, a Shooting Star audio production. Before the veil between worlds was rent, letting human and fey traffic flow back and forth, the ancient fey kings and queens of Yvrundi were pure-blooded and powerful. Fey citizens were tethered to their monarch. The more powerful the sovereign, the more magic the citizens wielded. They were divided into courts by season. The rent was repaired, and is now closed but to a few. However, the continent of Yvrundi was changed forever. At the opening of our story, there remains only 2 fey courts that have maintained a perpetual season. Silverfall, the winter court, and Stavariak, the spring court, both situated in the north. The other kingdoms have slipped into seasonal cycles that mimic those of Earth. Citizens of Solana and Rahamlar are a mix of human and fey, while the southern kingdoms of Boskaya, Arkelia, and Trisk long ago lost any magic they once had. Their populations are predominantly human. Over time, the courtly magic of some kingdoms evolved to accommodate earthly plants and animals. Since fey species are generally aggressive due to their magical nature, imported species had to evolve to survive. This birthed an alliance between Terran species and fey-born, with an inherent connection to nature, known as flora fey and fauna fey. It is their presence that allows Terran species to compete and thrive in the midst of vigorous fey species. One kingdom has invested in these fey more than any other, and become the wealthiest kingdom in Yvrundi as a result. The Kingdom of Solana. Prologue. It was early morning. So early that stars still lay across the velvet expanse, even as the sun hinted at the eastern horizon. Cows lowed from the pasture beyond the village, cocks crowed. There were lights in a few windows. Farmers preparing breakfast and getting ready for work. Hannah opened the white picket gate in front of her neighbor's cottage. She shifted her basket of healing herbs and other supplies from the crook of one elbow to the other, and let herself into the single-room abode without knocking, stepping quietly on the stone floor so as not to wake Marion. As she propped the door open to freshen the air, she noticed the flutter of an insect as it slipped inside. She'd deal with it later. Setting the basket on the work table.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?